Hello, welcome to Llama Beans. This is Jimmy. Today I'm going over how to light up cave systems. Um, when you have a mob trap and you don't want to have one where there's a monster spawner, because then you have to, stand there and do nothing while you wait for mobs to spawn. Um, if you want one where they just, they spawn whenever, and then um, you can come by and, collect whatever XP or whatever you want. Um, You're going to need to light up the caves because otherwise they're going to spawn all in the caves and they won't spawn in your spawner very much. So I'm going to go ahead and throw this on, oops, there we go. I'm going to put it on hard so mobs start spawning, and as you can see in the top right corner, um, all the red dots are mobs, or rather enemy mobs. So basically the best way I've found to light up the cave systems is to use a mod called single player commands. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to set your reach distance, and I like to set it to 50. So it's just, you type in reach 50, and then you have to be flying as well. I prefer to fly at a speed which is faster than creative, but not so fast that you pass through the caves every time. You'll see what I mean. So I prefer to fly at speed 4. Okay, and then the last thing you're going to do is you're going to set no clip. This will allow you to pass through blocks. So as you can see, when you go underground, you can see all of the cave systems. And you're going to choose kind of, say your house was here, so you spent like the majority of your time in this kind of area, whatever you're doing, farming or crafting, whatever. So you're going to choose your area where you spend the most time, and that's going to be your central point. So I'm going to say here. So you're going to go down, and if you hit X on the minimap, you can see that up in the edges, these are actually the edges of the map represent the farthest area where mobs can spawn. So if I move over here, you can see there's actually no mobs past that point until they start spawning. You can kind of see that they disappear as I get farther away. So using this central point and the larger map, you can see where mobs will spawn, and that way you can see like where the caves are that you should light up. So you're going to go underground, and you're just going to start. Now you can't place torches obviously in the ground because there's no room, so you have to go into the cave, and this is what I mean when I say you have to not be going so fast that you just pass right through the cave like that. You want to be able to actually get into it, and you're just going to start placing torches like everywhere. And once again, this isn't like the legit way to do it. This is the way to do it if you want, a good mob trap. You want to have kind of a fun let's play, or not let's play, just a survival world. Or if you are doing a let's play on YouTube, this is also a good idea because it helps. So I find, if you want to do everything legit, there's always other ways you can do things. They'll take longer. They're not as effective, but you can do that. So basically, you're just gonna go. You're gonna light up every area you see that's dark. And obviously, I'm in creative, which helps. That way, you don't run out of torches. Don't use creative flying unless you don't really care if you're going slow. But I find it takes up a long time to actually light up all the caves. You may not realize how many there actually are, but there are tons. So you're just going to go through, and you're going to light up all the caves in the area. And as you can see now, I'm kind of off my central point, so I'm not really sure exactly where I am. So if I go back to my central point, which is about here, and I go back underground, now I can see, okay, all of these caves have been lit up, and I kind of can go, I can see, that sort of little rock thing over here. It's kind of the edge. So if I come here, now I can see, okay, starting and going this way, all of those caves need to be lit up. So, as I said before, you're just going to go through, you're going to light up all the caves. Using the reaches, it makes things go faster, you can reach really far. You don't actually have to go into every little nook and cranny. Anyways, so I'm going to go ahead and light up most of these caves, and I'll come back a little bit later and show you guys how to finish it off. One important thing to remember is that it's a lot easier to see which caves still need to be lit up from out here rather than inside the cave. Like, I could be wandering around inside this cave for a long time and never find that part. So, if you're kind of stuck like, oh, okay, I think I got this whole thing, just go outside the cave and then look around a little bit and you'll see, okay, I guess I missed this little part here. And that's actually really important because it's surprising how much those little tiny parts will take away from your spawning rate inside your mob trap if you leave those unlit. So that's just a little handy tip. Once you see, okay, I got this whole thing done, just step outside and, oh, there's another one, so keep that in mind. Okay, one other thing to note is that as you can see, I have a lot of caves lit up now, and I have just now gotten like a couple of mobs spawning in my mob trap, so it's something to keep in mind. Obviously, if yours is bigger, you get a few more, even without lighting up the caves, but it's still not going to be very good. So one guy I know he had built a mob trap in the middle of an ocean biome on a small island, lit up the whole island, obviously, and he was still only getting like 2 to 3 mobs per minute because there's so many cave systems underground that they basically take up all the spawning room. So okay, so once you've got like the bulk of the caves done, then the next part is just to go on the minimap and look at where mobs are spawning still, and go to those spots and just start lighting up those caves. This part gets kind of tedious, so it's just a matter of time, I guess. But yeah, so like as we can see here, there's a lot of mobs over in this area, so we're just gonna come over here, kind of go up here, and then just slowly descend and look. Okay, like this part doesn't have really enough light, and just going down. Make sure you stay kind of outside the caves so you can see where exactly all the mobs are and all the dark spots, and just start lighting those up. Careful not to go too far, because you will just kind of suddenly find yourself like way outside of the area you need to light up, and it's like kind of useless. It doesn't hurt, just takes time. So yeah, so just keep doing that until you've lit up all the caves, and then your mob trap should be 100% functional. Okay, so once you've gotten the caves mostly lit up, as you can see, there's still quite a few mobs around, but I'm not going to go all perfectionist on this, because by this point in my, too high little mob trap, I already have quite a few mobs in here. So with a bigger one, it'd be, you get quite a few spawns. So I'm not going to worry about, making sure every little nook and cranny is lit up, but by this point, you've got a pretty high functioning mob trap. So I'm going to go to my other world where I've done this already, and I have a better mob trap there, and I'll kind of show you how it works. And yeah. Okay, here we are in my other world. So here's my mob trap. The design is based on Monkey Farm's design. I don't know if he got it from someone else, but That's the only place I've seen it. So as you can see, there's mobs still around in the other places, but it's kind of at the point where pretty much as soon as I get all these mobs, kill them all, they're back already by the time they're dead. So it works pretty well. And yeah, so you can do any kind of mob trap you want, obviously. Feel free to experiment with more levels and whatever. See how many mobs you can get going, and if you really want to go hardcore on the lighting up and all that, then you'll probably get one of the best mob traps ever. So anyways, I hope this video helped, and if it did, please rate, comment, and subscribe, and we'll be back in another video. Bye!